Welcome to another edition of Play Branson. My name is Chris Meyer. Your host and co-host is Haley Westrich. I almost had just a little bit of memory lapse. I almost forgot to know what to say right there, but I got it. I survived. So how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Doing awesome.
Good.
It's like almost summer.
Almost. We're getting there.
So, and some things are coming up pretty soon. We got a new festival starting.
We do. We out at Silver Dollar City. We've got the Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival, so that's going to showcase a lot of bluegrass artists and some pretty good food too.
So you can't go wrong with barbecue. And I tell you what I like when I go out to Silver Dollar City, they have like these barbecue tasting things where you can like dip a little thing in and taste like 100 different barbecue sauces.
Right.
And so I always get a new barbecue sauce when I go out there. I love it. So here's the deal, folks. You're like right now, you're probably planning your Branson. Well, you're just probably trying to say, where do I go on vacation? And I want to make the appeal to you is you got to come to Branson if you haven't been. And if you've been here, you got to come back because there's a ton of things happening, a ton of new things. But you know, the thing about Branson I love is it's a vacation destination for the whole family. And so there's something here to do for everybody.
Right.
And so why don't you just tell me a few things that you think people would want to do on vacation while
Well,
they're
you've
here?
got a lot of concerts coming into the Mansion Theater, Dick Clark's American Bandstand Theater. You've got all the restaurants, new attractions opening, and then of course shows as well too.
So you've got that. If you're the dad, you might want to play golf. We've got some of the best golf courses in the country. We've got some of the #1 courses in Missouri. We've got the lakes. So if you want to go and you don't have to go to the beach to parasail or jet ski or wakeboard. I mean, you can do all of that right here. We do have a beach in Branson. It's called Moonshine Beach. So you don't got to go to Florida for that. And of course, we've got the theme parks. We've got lots of attractions, but we've got tons of shows, and they're great family shows. And so we're going to be talking to an entertainer today that's in a great show.
Yes, absolutely. One of my favorites in town, Forever Young. We're going to have Mr. Chad Ruden with us today. So stay with us. We'll be back soon.
The award-winning Quality Inn West. It's the closest hotel in Branson to Silver Dollar City and near Branson's IMAX complex. Relax in the indoor pool or hot tub. The hotel offers relaxing queen rooms and 2-room suites. Enjoy each morning's free hot breakfast inside or out on the patio. For more information or to make reservations, call 800-443-8694.
Welcome back. My name is Chris Meyer. We're here with Chad Ruden. Let's take two. That was terrible.
It's my name. It's weird. The D's is weird.
Ruden, right?
Chad Ruden. Yeah.
Ruden. But I didn't like how that started. So, okay, ready? I'm ready when you are.
5, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Play Branson. We're here with Chad Ruden today. He is with Forever Young. And I brought my Forever Young prop. I normally don't ever have a prop, but I do have my Forever Young prop here. I had this the other day when your other cohort was on this. But I love this.
They're amazing, and what a great idea, huh? Fun. People love them.
So great marketing novelty, promo novelty. I love it.
Yeah,
So
it's so great, so different. And when they first showed us that, I was like, here we go. This is something different to Branson. It's eye-catching, and it's real fun, obviously. I used to have one of those when I was a kid, but I think it had like the picture of the Statue of Liberty on it and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
So I want to talk about the show, but before I do that, I want to get to know you better. And I've seen you a couple times on stage, and first of all, you're an amazing performer. But kind of give us your history. We want to know your history.
The history of Chad. Well, I started off actually. I went to college in Chicago at a place called Elmhurst College, and I did a lot of theater there, a lot of music stuff. I was a music education major. After college, I then lived in Chicago for a while, did a bunch of theater. I got my equity card and did all that kind of stuff. So I was a big theater guy before I came to Branson.
So when you say equity card, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's what happened. It's like a union.
Okay.
It's an actors union. So
Okay,
basically,
gotcha.
people that you see on Broadway or people that do that kind of professional stuff, they get their equity card, and it's obviously you have all these rights and things being part of a union. But I did all that, so I did a lot of theater before I came to Branson. So Branson, when I first came here, I actually moved here from L.A. L.A. got a little expensive, but I moved here from L.A. And my brother had worked here. My brother Chisholm is a performer in town as well. He works over right now at, what show is he? He's in the King's Castle with the 12 Irish Tenors and all that kind of stuff. And I came here and I thought, this is kind of fun. And I got a job at Silver Dollar City, which thank you, Silver Dollar City. I was employed with them for 10 years, did a lot of shows out there, did the Christmas shows and Echo Hollow and all that sort of stuff. And then Forever Young came about, and me being a theater person, it was like the first time in Branson where I actually felt that I could do something with a purpose. And when I had read through the script and everything else with the producer and director Josh Sassanella and Justin, his brother, they kind of called me about it, and I read through the script, and I said, you guys, this is amazing. This is just amazing. What a great thing to bring to Branson. And that's how I felt, and we've been kicking ever since.
Wow. So I want to go back a little bit because you were Chicago, but what did you go from Chicago to LA?
Yeah, I was in
Or what?
Chicago. I did a lot of theater in Chicago, and then I was dating a girl at the time that was kind of into the whole TV and film type stuff. And so I started taking some classes, doing some stuff. So I thought, well, why not? Let's go out to LA and become a movie star, right? Well, it's that simple because obviously I'm a movies right now. But and you realize when you go out there, it's a whole different place. Like we learn our craft as singers and dancers and performers. Out there, they learn their craft as acting on television and film. So it's a whole nother process. So it was really difficult. Not difficult in the sense that I couldn't accomplish it, but it takes a long time in Los Angeles to get those things accomplished. So after 3 years out there, my brother was working in Branson. He said, you should come out here just to get some work for a year, just to get away from LA for a little while. And so I moved out here, and I've been here for 10 years, or 11 years almost. And
Wow.
I have a wife and a beautiful house and a lot of animals in my house that run around, so I'm really happy here.
So as we've interviewed entertainers, we've noticed kind of this reoccurring theme is they go to California for a little while, but when they want to have a real life, they come to Branson.
It's
really-
absolutely the truth. First of all, obviously Los Angeles, Chicago, very expensive places to live. And on top of that, there's so much competition in those places. Not that there's not in Branson, because there is, but it's just you're a really small fish in a big pond, if that's the way to put it. So it's a lot of work. And obviously you're not getting paid the way you would in a place like Branson, because you have to get work to get paid. But I think a lot of people do that because Branson is a great place to come. It's not the most expensive place to live, where a lot of the performing places that we go to are very expensive to live. You can have a family, you can have a house, and you get to do fun projects. And like I said, I never necessarily wasn't going to be in Branson for a really long time. And I was actually going to leave Branson a couple of years ago, but then they came to me with this idea. And I thought, well, and the show is phenomenal, and I just thought, this is what I want to do. And like I said, I've been here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. It's been great.
And so are you doing just this show full time, or are you doing other shows? Because I saw you in another show last year.
Yeah, I'm just doing this show this year as of
Okay.
now. I think I kind of want to dedicate all of my time, because again, it's a type of show that it means a lot. So you want to put all of your body into it, as far as your mind and your dance ability, your singing ability. And I've done some other shows. I mean, I was in the Barry Williams show last year, which is, hi Barry. I love Barry. He's a great guy, and he's obviously done doing that because he's moved on to something else in his life. And I've done a lot of shows in Branson. I've been an Irish tenor. I've done Red Hot and Blue, and I've done a lot. And it's funny, coming from LA as a theater person, a lot of people talk about Branson as kind of this town that people go and the stars go to die. But
You're not dead yet.
No, I'm not. But I think Branson is a wonderful place, and I think more people should come to Branson, especially buy tickets for Forever Young, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah. So what are your favorite things to do here in Branson when you're not on the stage?
I love to play golf. I noticed you talked about that earlier. Some great golf courses here.
Yes.
I play a few different places. I also like to eat nice places, like Level 2 is a really cool steakhouse that my wife and I go to. We spend a lot of time with our animals, walking our dogs, doing that kind of thing. And, we have a house, so it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm living the life that I've always wanted to live. And I would have never thought it would have been here, but I can't think of any other place I'd want to be.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, folks, we're going to come back in just a moment to hear more about Forever Young and Chad, and so stay tuned. We're back with Play Branson. We're here with Chad Ruden today from the cast of Forever Young.
So Chad, tell us just a little bit about your show. Compared to others in Branson, it's definitely different. So tell us a little bit about that.
It's a lot different, and like I said, it's a great show with the greatest hits of all time. Basically, we tell our story, our true stories of our lives, and we put it to the greatest hits of all time. And it's the first show that I've done in a really long time where there's some special bond that I have with the show. I feel like I'm the one that cries all the time. I'm that guy. But what makes Forever Young different is everything that we do in Forever Young has a reason and has a purpose. And I think that's something, not that it's missed in Branson, but I feel like Branson is more of a review show type place. You want to hear the best songs you can hear. And I think Forever Young shows you the best songs you can hear, but it also makes you feel and also makes you feel emotional. Right. And I think that's something that draws me because I'm a very passionate person about music. Music is my life. And so to be able to be a part of something like this is just worth it for me. It's what I want to do. That's why I did this, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, you just mentioned that statement, music's your life, and I feel like our younger generation today is kind of missing this. And with these smartphones, like, you know, and I think in your show you have, you know, like the record player and stuff like that. And like kids today, they don't get to touch and feel the music as much as we did growing up. And I think they're missing something. What do you think?
I agree with you in some sense. You know, obviously the older we get, the more we're like those young kids. But
yeah.
I feel like, yes, in a sense, because everything's become so electronic and everything, like you said, people are on their smartphones and all that stuff. It's like I feel like some of the younger people that I work with sometimes forget why they're here. You know, music is it's a business where you're on stage, so people are watching you every day. And so the whole idea of, hey, everybody's looking at me. But sometimes, and again, with Forever Young being the key with this, Forever Young points out why people love music, you know, and that's the thing. Like I said, with some of the younger people that come in, they're more about standing in front of a stage singing a solo with people screaming for them, when I feel like my generation of people are about the art more, I would say, and care more about what's happening, how we're singing it, and how we're doing it. And again, people grow up and they learn things. I mean, it's not like there aren't going to be talented people coming up through. But I think the one thing to always tell young kids is that if you really want to do this, just think in your brain, what's my passion for this? Because, you know, to me, that's everything. If you don't have passion for music, why are you in it?
Right.
You know?
Like, and for some reason, I have in my memory that you got this amazing rock voice. I mean, like, are you a rocker, or can you just sing rock?
Well, yes and no. I mean, the one thing about this business is you get the opportunity, if you keep working in it, to do a lot of different things, and you become really versatile in the things that you can do. And when they first gave me the script and told me what I was singing, I was a little nervous at first, because it had been a while since I did rock and roll. And I started singing, and I was like, you know what? This is my niche. I'm good at this. And not that I didn't know, but it was again, another thing that makes you passionate about music. You're like, wow, I'm doing another thing that I haven't done, and I feel like it's going well.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think you're just good. I think you're great.
Thank you.
I mean, and I haven't seen. I mean, it was last year when I saw the show, but and then I did see Barry's show. Like at the last show, he was here, and that was a really good show too. And I was like, when I saw you, I'm like, oh, there he is again. And so I was surprised actually to see you there, because I didn't know you were in last year in both shows. Yeah. But I just remember, I thought in my brain, I was like, he's a rocker. He's got that rocker voice. So,
thank you. Well, and I think a lot of it does. You know, a lot of it has to do with the fact that when someone puts something in front of me, it is my job as an entertainer to get said thing accomplished. And I think that's what we do in this business. If you can't be versatile to change what you're doing, then again, there's the door. I mean, in my opinion, it's such a business that's you have to work really hard, and you can't just walk into it. And I think, given the opportunity to be a star in Forever Young, it's perfectly what I wanted to do. It's everything that I wanted to do, you know.
So tell us, you've moved venues this year. Talk about some of the changes that are going on in the show this year.
Yeah, we have a few changes, and they're amazing. So if you want to come see the show, come see it. We've had great crowds to start off here the first few weeks. They've gone really well. But yeah, I can't really explain it, but I don't know. I just love Forever Young, and for me to talk about Forever Young just makes me really happy. So.
Well, it's a great show, so I'm excited to see it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so you're at the Americana Theater, which is right across from the Presleys Theater, right in the center of Highway 76. And so, folks, we'd encourage you to go see Forever Young. It's a great show. It's different than really any other show in town. and you're going to get a great variety of music. You're going to see great sets, of course, a great cast. You're going to see choreography. I mean, it's got it all. So here's the deal. Come to Branson and go to ibranson.com, where you can buy your tickets for Forever Young and other shows. And you can call 1-877-ENTERTAIN. That's 1-877-ENTERTAIN. And we thank you for watching Play Branson. And until next time, have a great day.